for a different purpose. Actually, so the guy that shot at Trump.
What's up, everyone? How you doing? Oop. You guys having a good day? Can you guys hear me? I'm using this thing right now. See if see if it'll help a little bit. But are you able to hear me? You can hear me. Cool. Does it sound? I don't know, Kinsey. I don't know. Were you watching yesterday? Does it sound better than the sound quality? The sound quality on this should be pretty good. So I'd hope it's better than whatever I was using yesterday. Well, I was using two different things. I was using my little earphone things with the mini microphone on it, and then I was using just the one through the computer. It sounds better. Cool. I am holding it right to my. I don't want to keep holding it the entire time. I wish maybe I can just put it on the computer here on the screen. Can you hear me now? Can you, or does it sound a little too far away? It's probably a bit far, huh? Still here now. All right. I'll probably just put it here though. I don't know. All right, guys. I hope everybody's having a good day. You guys want to start tapping and sharing? That would be terrific. Hello, Waltzing. If you want to come on up, you are welcome to. We are looking for opposition, of course. And for anyone watching on the tube, hello. Speaking of, you guys can subscribe to me on the tube. That'd be great. It's Dougielifts, Dougielifts. Just sort of getting started over there, so it'd be great if you guys can sub to me. And if you have a second device, if you can watch me on your second device, that would be great. Or even if you just are on this device, one of them, watch me over there for a little bit. If you can kind of like the live over there and sub to it and comment, all that good stuff, that'd help. Hello, Amber. Yeah, if you guys can share out the live again, that would be great. What's very glitchy? It's not glitchy at all. I'm watching on the second device. TikTok in general? TikTok in general is glitchy? Yeah. All right, well, gotta go through it as best as we could, I suppose, but so far I see it's fine on my end. I'm looking on my phone. It seems to be okay, but we shall see. Hey, Marley, is the sound right now better than yesterday? I asked somebody else. I just want to get a second opinion. I just started going live today, so I don't know about gifts. How does my sound though? Sounds great to me. Okay. Speaking of, let me make a gift goal, and we'll see how that works. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the gift goal. We'll just make it a little chili pepper. Nothing wrong with some chili peppers. We'll do that. We'll do 100 chili peppers. All right, guys. So if you guys want to help hit that, that would be terrific. All right. I don't know if I want to keep this on my shirt though, because it weighs it down. It's a little annoying. I'm just gonna keep it next to my. Can you still hear me? Okay. It's a little bit further away now. All right, cool. I'll just keep it kind of next to the laptop. It's kind of not light, and it actually sounds better on the computer. Yeah, because it was probably too close to me. It probably sounded a bit whatever. So, anyways, again, guys, if you can watch me on a second device, if you happen to have one on the two, that'd be great. Hey, Kinsey, well, I appreciate the sharing. I don't think TikTok likes like the spam sharing. It sees it as like a bot thing or whatever. So just do like a couple at a time, and then let some comments go by, a couple at a time, comments go by, that type of thing. But I do. No, you're good. You're all good. No worries. You didn't know. But yeah, I just found that out. So I just learned that like a week or two ago. No, a little more than that. But yeah, that it sees it as a bot thing. So, anyways, guys, if you voted for Trump, please hit the request button at the bottom. And again, guys, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be on my scheduled live. Okay, so please go to my bio to check out what my scheduled lives are going to be. Saturday through Monday is going to be at noon. Monday through Friday is going to be at 7 p.m. And then we have Tuesdays, Thursdays at 8 a.m. Okay, so as you probably can tell, there's going to be a couple days where I go live twice. Those are all Eastern time. Okay, now that's not to say I'm not going to go live more than that, because I almost certainly will. Because typically I go live like twice a day, most days of the week. So just expect to see me live at those times. I go live at other times. I'll just let you guys know in Discord and that type of thing. All right. But I do encourage you guys to join Discord, since we do announce it there, and if you guys can join the bulletin board as well, where you get updates on my posts and lives and all that type of stuff. Yeah, I figured people. I've been avoiding doing a live schedule for a while just because I couldn't really commit to anything, but I figured it's time to do that. It'll get more viewership over time when they know when to expect me for sure. What says it's closed? Check your bulletin board. It says it's closed. What do you mean by that? Okay. You know what's weird? I can't see any of the likes. I can't see any of the. This is weird. I can't see anything on my live metrics. This isn't showing me shit. This is weird. All right. Well, if you guys can keep tapping and sharing, for some reason on my screen here, I can't see the likes or whatever. And normally it shows me a lot more than that. It shows me the followers, all that, but it's whatever. Let's go through it. Yeah, it seems like things are all messed up right now. Probably not coincidental based on everything going through the other day with Oracle. All creators have been having trouble with all sorts of stuff. It sounds like, right? I haven't been listening too much today. Do the gifts not work, guys? Some can't even log on. Well, that's annoying. I don't even know what it means by the bulletin board is closed. The gifts aren't working either. Gosh. Well, I just got a heart me, so that one worked. Been seeing the same 10 videos on my FYP's Instagram this morning. I've tried clearing things. No, I figured it's because of the sale. I almost was certain of that. We're gonna see how much things change, guys. Right now, I'm sure they're ironing out a few things. We will see in general how much things change. All right. Well, we are looking for ops. I mean, we don't have really many people here. I don't know what's going on. So, but if you guys can keep tapping and at least try to get the likes on up, that would be great. Uh, Okay. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Zoe. I agree. But unfortunately, that's out of our control. Yeah, no, Marielle, I see because I'm watching on my phone. My phone is next to me. That's the only reason why I know. Otherwise, looking on my screen right now, I can't see anything. Normally, I can see how many likes I have. I can see how many gifts I got in. I can see how many followers I've gotten. All that. It's not showing shit on my screen at the moment. Well, Good Trouble normally gets over 1,000 as live just sitting at home. So, but yeah, he normally gets a good amount. Sure, Walsey. Tap the screen, and either way, doesn't really matter, man. I like how you thought that was going to be some sort of gotcha. You're welcome to come on up, man. Unless you want to just be a puss and hide in the comment section. Hello, Raven. All right. Where's opposition at, guys? I don't know what's going on right now. Katie on Tube, thank you for that. I saw your comment there. Remember, guys, if you can sub to me over there, that would be great. Gaming content. I don't know. I've been scrolling through a little bit earlier today. It seemed fine. But thank you, Katie. Thank you. And guys, again, if you have a second device that you can watch me on the Tube, I am almost certainly going to have to restart here. I don't know what's going on. Thanksgiving stuff. Like we're almost going to be further away from that. You can double stream. Let's get some traction. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna have to restart or something. It's kind of hard to have a live with 40 something people in here. I don't know, guys. There's not even opposition in the comments, so I don't know what to do over here. So maybe I'll restart, possibly. I can't go back on the phone. I promise myself I'm not going to do that. I appreciate you, Mariella. Um, yeah, I mean, Katie, that's probably part of it, but it's kind of odd. I'm on even with that, I should be getting more than 40. Listen, guys. I mean, if there's things not working on TikTok, there's nothing I can do as long as it's not a me problem. If it's an everyone problem, that makes me feel a bit better. Bulletin board didn't work. All right. Well, I wonder how many things they're going to change. I fear that they're going to change a lot. For everyone that's even low. I'm trying to flip through and see. I mean, there was a lot yesterday I saw at some point, or maybe it was the day before. Well, I hope they don't change their algorithm because TikTok is literally the only app in which you can get a lot of viewers having not a big account. You know what I mean? Like on the tube, on all of those other ones, you have to have a big following for you to get. Like you can't just like make a new account on any other thing and expect to get any more. Like you can make a new account on TikTok and like you can get like mid double digit viewers, right? No way you can do that on any other account. They had under 50 today. Hmm. I mean, if this is how it's going to be moving forward, I am going to have to change a lot of things in my life. Unfortunately, my life started being revolved around this stuff. So let's see what Pickles is at. Okay, well, Pickles is at almost 400. Well, he typically does get more. I mean, he still has like enough to have alive. I don't know. I'll probably. Nah, I'm not going to worry too much right now. I'll worry if this happens for like a week or something. I mean, I hope so, Mac. Like you would think at the very least that they don't want to like the ones that bought TikTok, they want to make money, right? Like at the end of the day, that's what they want to do. They want to make money, right? Like they're not going to f things up so much where everybody jumps ship because then they're not going to make money, right? Like TikTok makes a lot of money with how their system is. They're going to tweak some stuff, I'm sure, but there's no way they're going to change so many things otherwise. That's true, Marielle. I remember that. It was weird just for like a day or two. So I'm not going to stress too much. I mean, I am a little afraid they're going to change the algorithm to, favor certain types of creators versus others. I am a little worried about that, but um, I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear. TikTok has too much. Yeah, no, well, no, well, Mariella, you're right. It is people's jobs, but they don't care about like the CEOs, like all those people. They don't care about that. Like they can give two shits if like somebody like me stops making money, or even someone like Parker Dean, for example, stops making. Like they don't really care about that. At the end of the day, they care if they make money. Now, obviously, again, if they change it too much, then TikTok is just not going to be a thing anymore, and I don't think they bought it for the purposes of tanking it. I think they bought it for the purposes of, at very least, making money. I mean, there could be other intentions, sure, but they're not going to want to spend all the money that they got on it and then just tank it. Yeah, sure, I can hold off for a little bit. Hey, Jay Summers, if you want to come on up, you're welcome to. I have to go to my follows to see who's live. Yeah, I mean, you can check it out. Again, I just looked at Pickles. He definitely has less than normal, but he doesn't have like an atrociously low number. Oh, I don't see too many people live at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, I did get a heart me. Well, look at that. All of a sudden, we have people in here now. What happened? What's going on? What happened? All right. Well, keep tapping and sharing for the people that are now in here. I don't know what the hell just happened, but if you're in here, tap and share. Is this real? The amount of people that I'm seeing right now? This has to be glitching what I'm seeing at the moment. Okay, let's just run with it then. Hello. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, guys, let's just run with this. I don't know what the hell's going on. So, if you disagree with the background prompt, come on up. If you enjoy how the live looks, click the follow button in the top left. I don't know what's happening. Make sure you guys help hit the little chili goal. All right, we got the chili goal. If you guys can help hit that, make sure again you give me a follow. If you are enjoying the live that has just started, or if you like my face or something, you can give me a follow. Whatever makes you happy. But again, I am looking for opposition. Okay, so let's get this thing started. I don't know what the hell just happened, but.
Hi, my brother. Please, 5 minutes, my brother.
Well,
Five
come on,
minutes.
dude.
You
Don't tease me
have.
like that.
Please,
No, that was
5 minutes.
talk about a tease, guys. Talk about a major tease. All right. Again, guys, we are looking for opposition. If you disagree with the background prompt, please do come on up, okay? We're looking for people that can have conversations. Just try to be 18.
5 minutes, please, my brother. Five
Oh,
minutes,
God, you're the same
please.
person. How did I stop, dude? All right, well, now we're going back down, which is fine. That was a crazy number to go up to really quickly. That's fine. Yeah, Bobby, come on up, man. Or hide in the comments. Those are your choices, buddy. I think so, Meg, maybe. It's kind of hard to say. Well, now the view count's going back down. This is really weird. Shot up to, what, 800 and now going back? Well, yeah, of course I got excited for a minute. That was a major tease, guys. I don't know. Those were bots. I mean, they couldn't have been real. It couldn't have been real. I mean, if those were real people, I would have gotten a bunch of requests. GA, you are not coming up. In fact, I'm going to block you. It's happening to other lives too. Or that just happened? It's due to the algorithm being messed up from TikTok. Reset update. Alright, well, whatever. We'll see how things go. It's only the US. Alright. Well, again, I'm not going to worry too much. It seems like things will be fine eventually. Well, we'll see how this data transfer thing goes out. All right, though. But if you guys can at least still tap, let's try to at least get to 10,000 likes. If you guys can at all help it, I don't think at this point restarting would make a difference just based on what's going on. So. If you are blocked, this means your ego is too fragile. You can. I don't know what that means, Trex or Trivix, whatever your name is. Renee, why do MAGAs hate no Democrats and Congress are hating us? Pretty insane. Renee, that doesn't make any sense what you just said. I'm gonna have to pin that. I have no idea what you just said, Renee. Can anybody interpret what Renee just said? Like, that sounds like complete gibberish. Erica, hello. Erica, the TikTok is acting weird today. I just joined. I apparently everybody already knew this, that it was acting weird, but I was in this live. I was at like 40 or 50 people for like 20 minutes, and then it shot up to 800 randomly, and then it went right back down to where we're at now, which is odd. But I do got to tell you about my new schedule, Erica, in which you'll be able to join a couple days a week at the very least. Hey, Erica.
There is a ton of weird stuff going on with TikTok this weekend.
Yeah, I'd imagine, of course, it's just due to them selling it, right? But
yesterday, I was watching one live. It was Admir's live, I think.
Yeah.
You know, he's I don't know what he is. Sometimes he's MAGA, sometimes he isn't. And I was watching that, and I commented on something that was like Janae or Stacey or someone like that said. And then I looked at the top of the screen where the account name is, and it said Brenna Perez's name.
Weird.
So I scrolled out and I scrolled back in again, and it was Brenna's live. So I just commented in the comments, cry more. And all of Brenna's followers are like, they won't pick you. I was like, no, friendly fire, friendly fire. This is a TikTok issue, not a me issue. Calm down.
So Eric, I did make a schedule of when I'll be live moving forward, so it's not gonna be random lives anymore, which is very exciting.
Ooh.
So, anyways, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'll be live at noon my time, which is I think 5 your time.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to join those for sure if you wanted to, of course.
Yeah, should be able to. Monday this week is I have parent consultations tomorrow.
That's okay.
But potential to join afterwards.
Okay. It's almost for sure I'm going to be live. So Monday through, I'll tell you the schedule. So Monday through Sunday, and you won't be able to join these ones, or Monday through Friday is going to be 7 p.m. Eastern time, which you'll be sleeping by then. Tuesdays, Thursdays, I will also be live at 8 in the morning. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday is going to be noon. But I'm almost certainly going to go live more than that. That's just the ones I'm like for sure going to be live on. Does that make sense?
That's your scheduled appearances.
That's my scheduled one. I just didn't want to overcommit to more, so I just put those, and I'm likely going to be live more than that. But like, yeah, that's the for sure ones.
Guys, if you can hear me, don't worry about seeing me. I don't have my camera on anyway right now, so as long as you can hear me. Although my hair looks amazing today, I just want to let you all.
There you go.
I look the best I've ever looked today, but you can't see me, so you're just going to have to trust me on that.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, if you could.
Hey guys, the 100 people in here, if you can please sub to me on the tube, that would be great. It is Dougielifts, Lifts. The link is in the bio. And if you guys have a second device, I'd appreciate if you can watch me over there on that second device. Like, comment, share, or I don't think you can share over it, but sub, like, comment, all that good stuff if you can, please.
Cool. Oh, hang on. Raven just said they've never seen me, so I might hop on for a second.
Raven has 100%. Raven has seen you. She's just, Raven isn't all my life.
I don't want you all to miss out on.
Raven has seen you.
I just saw my mum and she went, I've just noticed, she said, I've just noticed how much weight you've lost. I was like, what do you mean? And I guess that's like sometimes you're wearing a certain thing and people kind of.
Oh, you can't tell. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wearing a big baggy sweatshirt today and like skinny jeans. So. Because I'm Gen X, guys.
Well, I mean, listen, if you're steadily losing weight, it is sometimes hard to tell if somebody sees you often until they see a picture of something.
I think something must have happened in the last like week or so. And suddenly, like a whole ton of people are like, geez, like you've really lost a lot of weight. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been doing this for a year and a half.
How much? It's been 60 something, right? Is that
60 pounds.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
Well, not a year and a half. I started in September, so like a year and 4 months.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's great. That's good, very good stuff.
God. Let me go and sit in a place where I can put my camera on and lighting. You can see me properly. I've got to clear a chair off because I've got washing all over the radiator behind me. Let me just clean my underwear off the radiator.
If there is opposition in the comments, please hit the request button. And after she comes up, I'm probably going to restart, guys, just to see what happens.
Did you hear what Donald Trump said about NATO troops and then tacoed on?
No, what did he say?
He said, well, we never needed them and they weren't really on the front lines and you know, and then basically offended every single service person that went to Afghanistan, Iraq, etc.
Yeah, that sounds on par for what he does.
Right, hang on a second. I've got to do the whole putting it in the. I won't plug my mic and stuff in.
Okay. Yeah, this whole thing that's been happening since yesterday of people just like denying the most. And here she is, guys. Now you all can see her. You do look very good.
Hi. I haven't got my. I don't know. I'll move the microphone out of the way because it's not plugged in right now.
I need to get a microphone. Well, this is probably good. I'm sure this sounds fine, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm using this thing now. The only issue with this is I have to plug in this thing to my computer for this to work, and it's big enough where it doesn't allow me to charge my computer. So unfortunately, when my computer gets low enough, I'm gonna have to not use this, which doesn't make it really compatible.
Or you just need to get like a USB-C hub, and you can plug and then that just plugs into your one USB-C.
Oh, you know what? I have an adapter that may actually work for this. You know what? Well, I won't do it now because otherwise I'm going to mess with the volume. But I do have an adapter that can plug into here, and then I can plug this thing into that adapter. Yeah, I think I can make that work. I'll try it out.
Look how curly my hair's gone today, Doug.
Curly?
Yeah, I'm naturally.
Oh yeah, you don't normally have it like that, do you? That curly
I'm
at least?
naturally wavy. I'm trying to encourage. I don't know why I did that. I'm trying to encourage the curl. So yeah.
There you go. No, I like it. It looks good.
So I dried it wavy today, but I have I have a lot of hair, like an awful lot of hair. Right. Anyway, restart.
Yeah. All right. I'll restart. I'll see everybody in like 2 seconds. Okay. Bye. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you can. Never mind. I just checked that. You guys can hear me. Cool. We're good. All right. So I just used an adapter for this thing. Good. All right. So I could plug this in. I can charge my computer at the same time. No issue. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get some people on in here. I'm quiet. I don't know. When I tested it, it sounded pretty good. Yeah, I'm testing it on my phone. I just put my phone up to the lowest volume setting, and I heard it pretty loud. No way I'm quiet with this thing. Yeah. Again, guys, make sure we share out the live, but try not to spam share, okay? So just do no more than like 3, 4, 5 shares at a time, something like that. Okay. Leave some comments, like it, tap the screen, all that, and then you can do it again. Okay. No, you're good, Maggie. You're good. It just I think they see it as like a bot type, I think, and they kind of don't like that a whole lot. But hey, guys, listen, we're at 39 chilies. If you guys can help reach the chili goal, that would be great. And for anybody hopping into the live right now, if you are opposition, come on up. Hit the request button at the bottom, okay? Thank you for the heart me. Yeah, it should be loud and clear. I think I've pretty much ironed out all the issues that I could possibly have. Well, Creaky, at this point, I mean, I have heard some people try to defend what happened yesterday, but like they sound absolutely ridiculous defending it. They just do. I mean, what they are doing is they are literally lying and gaslighting us in real time, right? We will show them a video or a screenshot of the video, and they will say, "No, he was reaching for his pew-pew," when you clearly don't see it happening or even anything remotely close to it. Yet they will say it anyways. Like, the gaslighting is insane. Hey, how you doing?
Donald Trump.
Looking for opposition, guys, not trolls. Opposition and not trolls.
Hello, I am 73 years old and I am from Kentucky, as you can obviously tell by my accent, and I really like Donald Trump. Thank you.
Look at this comment. When he was on the ground, you have no idea what he tried to do, except we see what happened. We have eyes, Figaro. We all have working eyes. And yes, she is from Kentucky, guys. We all have working eyes. Like, again, there's very few people that are able to try to defend this. It's just, it's wild. I don't know. Have you been in any lives today, Erica, about in regards to this?
Not really in regards to that. I've seen a lot of chatter in lives in regard to this.
Yeah.
I was in with Ethan briefly earlier, and some guy was in a very lackluster way trying to argue this, but when you're talking to someone and they know they have no points, so they're not even putting any like energy into their argument.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those.
Yeah. I see what you mean. I mean, I don't know. I went live for yesterday for a little bit. It was late at night, and I had a couple of Trump supporters come on and who say they disagree with me on everything, but they thought that this was totally unjust. So there is that.
My favorite video that I've seen today was I think it was a Scandinavian guy, and he called Kristi Noem like the head of the Department of Optometry, and said that she was trying to perform emergency LASIK surgery on everybody to make them try and believe that they couldn't see what was clearly in front of their eyes.
Yeah, that we couldn't see. It really does bother me how they are just blatantly lying. Like the picture of him with the phone in his hand, they will say that was a pew-pew. Like, I just don't understand how you can go up to a podium, or wake up in the morning, go to a podium, blatantly lie about something that everybody can see is not true, and then just go to sleep all sound at night with no issues.
The most obvious ridiculousness to me is when they say, "Oh, well, you shouldn't have gone to protest with a gun." Anyone heard of Kyle Rittenhouse? Anyone heard of him? Who you were all like, well, he was perfectly entitled to be, even though he crossed state lines, which is illegal. He was perfectly entitled to be there, and he was using it. He didn't even get it out. Somebody came and took it out of his, I don't know, waistband, whatever he had it in. It was nowhere near him.
It wasn't even close. Like, he wouldn't have been able to get it. I mean, he was... The position that he was in with, was it 5 or 6 men basically on top of him, his hands weren't even in position to be able to grab it.
No, he was face down on the floor.
Yeah, he was face down. Not to mention, we all saw the ICE agent pull the pew-pew, and then their own pew-pews were fired. So, I mean...
I do apologise for forgetting the word holster. I am, in fact, perimenopausal, and it makes you forget shit.
I think people will let it go. Yeah, isn't it crazy how overnight they've all become anti-Second Amendment? Like, overnight.
Colours, it did not remain in his holster the entire time. In fact, I can show you a picture of the guy that took it out with it in his hand. Oh, what? Oh, you mean it remained in... He didn't take it right. Here we go. This is the guy that removed it with it in his hand. Do you know how to... I can put myself on the big screen, Doug, if you want.
Oh, you're able to? Yeah, let's go ahead and see that. Yep.
So this was the guy that came and took it with it in his hand, moving it away.
Right, so this is him, and then like a second or 2 seconds later, that's when they unalived him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, guys, I mean, this is the evidence right here. I don't know what else you need to see. However, we do have a guest who just requested. And guys, we're looking for opposition, so if you are trying to justify anything that happened yesterday, and or you're a Trump supporter, hit the request button. Hey, how you doing, guest? Ooh, let me change the... I just need to know your age before we move forward.
I'm 19.
Okay.
I tried to take myself off at the same time that you tried
I was wondering what happened. All right, you're 19, and do you think what happened yesterday was justified from the ICE agent's point of view?
No, I don't think that that was justified just as much as I don't think the protester who bit off law enforcement's finger was justified either.
But yeah, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened, but for some reason we always want to look at the one side that justifies and benefits our narrative.
Is
Right.
that law
Yeah, all the
enforcement
problems.
officer? I'm sorry. Is that law enforcement officer able to go home to their family?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, well, Charlie Kirk isn't going back to his family anytime
Charlie
soon.
Kirk wasn't a law enforcement officer, and there is no proof that he was killed by anyone on the left. So try
Right.
again.
There's no proof that a leftist killed.
Yeah, unless you can provide evidence.
Correct.
Anti-fascist written on the bullet.
Yeah, can you tell
Who
us
was
what?
dating
Can you
his
tell us what his
transgender?
party affiliation was?
What is party
Right,
affiliation?
yeah, party
was?
affiliation and
Obviously,
his voting
it's not a
history.
party.
Yeah, I want to know his party affiliation, voting history, and any posts that
We
he
also
said
don't know the ICE
specifically.
agent's voting history either. So
What's that?
we also don't know the ICE agent's voting history.
Well,
That has
he's
nothing to do
claiming
with what
we
we're
did.
talking about.
We're not claiming what side the ICE agent is on, apart from the fact that he is ICE.
Yeah.
We're making an affirmative claim about the political affiliation of the person who unlike Charlie Kirk. So show us.
Yeah, so I already told you. I don't have to provide you what party he was affiliated
Wait,
with. I can just show you.
So he's he's
Yeah.
anti-fascist. That makes him on the left.
Yeah. Did you ever see Republicans write anti?
So wait. So are you telling me that he's anti-fascist, so he's on the left, therefore fascists are on the right?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying. that
Oh,
people
you-
that
okay,
say
you were confusing
they're
me a little bit.
Antifa. Please, dude, you gotta let me get a sentence out. People that make those claims like Antifa, that doesn't necessarily mean that Republicans are fascists. It just means that Democrats tend to do that. Just like how Republicans tend to be more anti-communist. Doesn't mean that just because I write anti-communist slogans doesn't
Okay.
mean
I
that
mean,
I'm automatically a Republican.
Yeah, you could tell yourself all day that he's on the left, but there's just as equal evidence that he was a groyper. But I'm not going around saying that he was on the far right.
Explain why Boyfinger was hanging out with trans people dating them.
Oh,
Well,
that's
there's no evidence that he was dating a trans person. That's speculation.
Speculate. At least his roommate. We know for a fact his roommate was a trans person. He just happened to flirt. heavily with
guys. His roommate happened to be a trans person. That makes him on the left. Hey guys, we're gonna get to the next guest at 15,000 likes. So if you guys do want a new one, just tap quicker.
You think somebody that supports Nick Fuentes would be in the same room as a trans person and live like
Yeah.
that? Fine.
Yeah.
You're a moron. I'm sorry. But you're
Okay. If you want to
absolutely-
tell yourself he's on the left to make yourself feel better, you are by all means welcome to do so.
I need to ask you a question, whatever your name is. Are you familiar with the game Helldiver 2?
No.
Are you aware that all of the things that were written on those bullets are slogans from the game Helldiver 2?
Okay. I don't know if that's true or not, just because I've never played the game.
Well, why don't you look these things up before you, like, don't you think it's pertinent to your
I'm not gonna
position?
give off the act just to fact check somebody on
But it might be pertinent to your position, no?
No, I think Eric-
But let me ask you a question. We see there's a picture of Fuentes on a date with a cat boy. That's not very Fuentes-like now, is it? But apparently they don't date trans people.
Show me that picture. I don't really know. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I'll show you. Give me 1 second. And guys, remember, 15,000 likes. We're gonna move on to a new guest. All right. So, here you go. I got you.
Is this cat girl a trans person?
Well, this is like all part of the community that you guys seem to hate, though, for whatever reason. So that's the reason why I'm about to pull this up over here.
I hate cats.
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. Guys, I'm a little slow at this, unfortunately. You're going to have to talk about something in the meantime with him. I'm very slow at pulling these
I
things
just
up.
want to make it clear to the comments, Doug is not putting a value judgment on, on anybody. The guest has claimed that a grouper wouldn't be in a room with a trans person. And what Doug is saying is that the lead grouper actually, has affiliations, so to speak.
Just show me the image, and I don't
Yeah, here we
really
go.
know. I don't know. Click on it.
Well, this is it being clicked on.
I mean, I can barely see it.
I don't know how you can't see it. It's on screen right here. There's the cat
I
boy,
see it sign in.
and there it
Okay,
is.
yeah. Let's just. let's just go along with it. So just because Nick Fuentes had a weird date interaction with a dude.
Well, your whole point, yeah, dude, your whole point is that people that are Nick Fuentes supporters don't date anybody like that at all, and so I'm just giving you an example of it. And your whole thing is that just because this guy had a roommate that was trans, that makes him a leftist. That's your entire argument.
So
if you go to college and your roommate happens to be trans, if you go to college and your roommate happens to be trans, does that make you a leftist?
No, I'm actually not going to be roommates with that person.
So you would switch. You would ask the switch, get roommate switch even when it's randomly assigned.
Yeah, I'm not going to share a room with.
Okay, and every single Trump supporter would do that. 100% of them, without exception.
99.9% would, yes.
Really? Do you have data on that?
Yeah, just can you find me a Trump supporter?
I just want data on that. That 99.9% of Trump supporters would ask to switch
it's just an estimation. You just gotta find me same reason. Just find me a reason why it would be a Republican that killed Charlie Kirk.
I just want you to provide evidence.
Well, groupers aren't Republicans, are they? They're further right than Republicans.
Much
So
further.
why would a right-wing person kill Charlie Kirk?
Right, if you be quiet for a second, okay? We know that there are a ton of people on the right who have sexual proclivities that for some reason they feel embarrassed and ashamed of, which I would argue is a good reason for people to become groupers in the first place, because they hate themselves. Because it's much easier to transfer your hatred of yourself onto other people than it is just to understand that that's how you're made.
Can you provide me data on that?
Can I provide you what?
Data on that.
This is a personal opinion.
Oh, so you're saying it like it's facts. I was just wondering.
No, she isn't.
Well, it isn't.
She's saying it like
Is
it's
it
her opinion.
your opinion or is it fact?
Well, it's a fact that it's definitely a fact that a lot of people who are gay, for example, and are and have been raised in a community where that's not okay, end up being incredibly homophobic because they can't cope with who they are. And I can absolutely find you data on that. Give me a second.
That's not what my claim was. It was mainly about that's what people become goipers is because they are gay and they aren't.
I don't know the reason for
I
why
didn't
they're
say that's the main reason
Oh, they
why
become-
people become goipers.
Homophobic. We're not even talking about homosexuality. I'm not really sure where we're getting that, but you still haven't answered the question, which is the most logical question. Why would someone from the right assassinate one of the best people?
Oh, that's really,
Okay,
that's
hold on.
really easy. Nick Fuentes and Charlie Kirk had an ongoing argument with one another.
It was about
That's super
Israel.
easy.
Right, but that's a pretty big hateful thing that they have.
Was against the
Well,
assassination.
they find anybody that supports Israel to be extremely harmful for society. So, hey guys, so if you disagree with the background, hit the request button at the bottom of the screen, please. We'll move forward to a new guest at 15,000 likes. We're almost there.
So it's why didn't they assassinate anybody that was more pro-Israel? Because Trump or Charlie Kirk was questioning Israel up until his death.
Why didn't they what?
I mean, it seems like if they were just assassinating people that were pro-Israel, there's so many other people that
I
are
didn't say
significantly
that.
more
I said
pro-Israel.
it was.
That's what the
I'm
host said.
sorry. Right.
But
I know the
can,
most.
can we just zoom out real quickly to the larger point? If you want to make this claim that leftists or Democrats even, which aren't leftists, commit crimes, right? You're essentially saying they commit crimes at higher rates than people on the right based on their ideology. The data by the Department of Homeland Security and FBI says otherwise. It actually says that about 75%. It actually says that about 75% of the crime that's based on political ideology was from far right wingers. And I'm happy to show you that data that they took down from their own website, so you guys couldn't see it.
Doug, when did I say that?
Well, but then what does this matter then? I'm not claiming nobody on the left hasn't committed any crimes.
Are you kidding me, dude? You gotta stay logical. All I'm saying.
All right, let me see if this next guest, who I know everybody hates, I'm sorry, is he gonna come up? All right, guys. No, we don't have anybody in a request list. Guys, again, we're looking for opposition. If you disagree with the background, hit the request button. Guys, I can't get to a new guest. We don't have somebody in a request box. That's the caveat, unfortunately.
This is what we're arguing is whether or not the person that unalive.
No, we're not. You pivoted towards that.
This whole thing is a pivot.
conversation.
This whole thing is a pivot from what we were talking about. We were talking about ICE unaliving a man, and you pivoted to Charlie Kirk.
No, my point was that we love to ignore the sides or the things that benefit the other.
We're not ignoring anything.
Unaliving of Charlie Kirk.
No one's ignoring anything.
You choose to ignore what benefits the opposition, just like no one protester losing their mind and biting a law official's finger.
It seems like it's odd that you keep talking about that, but you don't seem to care about the ICE agent that unalived another human, right? Without any justification whatsoever. Nobody's saying that somebody who bit a finger is justified. We can move on from that. We're talking about the guy that you voted for and his entire administration lying in front of your eyes, saying that what we saw didn't happen. That's what we're talking about. Lying and saying that him holding up a camera is him holding a pew-pew. Why are you okay with your administration lying to you about this?
Who lied about that?
Did you not see all of them lie and say that the camera was a pew-pew? And saying that he was reaching for his pew-pew when that clearly didn't happen? Why are you okay with being lied to? That's the question.
How about being lied to if I haven't even seen what you're talking about?
Oh, I can't help it that you're not caught up to date on things. That's not a me problem.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so you're being either you're lying yourself or you're being.
Do you
lied
want me to show you the video of Kristi Noem saying such?
What'd she say?
It's not only Kristi Noem, it's the guy that was in charge of ICE in Minnesota said the exact same thing. Give me a minute, I'll find the video. You can literally.
Yeah, he flat out lied. He flat out lied. The guy who's ahead of it, Kristi Noem did. Trump made a statement, and you guys are just totally okay being lied to for some reason. It's wild to me. And Truth Seeker, you can hit the request button, buddy. Yes, was it Greg Bavino? Is that his name? Yeah. Guys, the request button's at the bottom of the screen. It's right above, what is it, Mango's profile picture, or you can click on the pink and blue person at the bottom.
I didn't download that video, so I can't get it right now, but they literally said the exact same words with each other with a couple of tiny edits, and you can layer them over the top of each other and they're saying the same words at the exact same
I can
time.
see if I can
Crazy.
possibly find it. Greg Bavino. Would it be interview or quote? I don't know what to type in.
No, it's a press conference.
Press conference, okay, yeah. And guys, once again, we're going to get to a new guest the moment somebody requests. The reason why I'm not getting to a new one is because we don't have somebody in a request box, okay? So mods, if you guys can invite somebody up the moment they come up, we're going to switch. Let's see. Reporters push. Yeah, I can pull up this video. It's a 3-minute and 42-second video that I can pull up. If it lets me. TikTok the other day when I tried doing this didn't let me. It just didn't let me.
Yeah, I'm bored.
What's up?
He said he's bored. And
Okay, well that's a you problem. I don't know what to tell you about you being bored. Anyways, I can play the video if you give me a moment. Did he? Oh, he just left. All right. Well, that's called running. That's not being bored, buddy. But I can play it for you guys. Although I'm gonna have to make.
He can't keep saying he hasn't seen it if you show it to him, Doug.
Well, it's funny on when I see on Facebook like the comments of posts and stuff like that. All of the people that are defending the ICE agent all say they haven't seen the video, which is wild to me. You haven't seen a video, but you're coming to a conclusion that it was justified.
Also heard at the same time from top Trump administration simultaneously. Hear that.
Journalist, a community.
Yeah. Can you hear, by the way?
A so-called journalist, a community leader that spouted that type of vilification towards law enforcement or anything else. When you choose to listen to that, that is a choice, and there are consequences and actions there also. I think we saw that yesterday. And those actions and choices can obviously have tragic consequences. Bad outcomes that law enforcement never wants to see. Law enforcement never wants to see a bad consequence due to a poor choice.
Hold on, I gotta pause it for a quick second, otherwise they're gonna give me, I think, a violation for showing something else. So give me a quick second, I'll play it again.
Yeah. His poor choice, by the way, the poor choice that he made was to try and help a woman who had been double-hand pushed incredibly hard by an ICE agent. He's a literal good Samaritan trying to help somebody up from the floor. And that was his poor choice, was to help somebody.
Yeah, even better than a quick Samaritan, a good Samaritan. But no, for sure. I mean, it's just incredibly tragic what has happened, and I don't know. It makes me sad. I mean, it's all I can really watch the past day, 24 plus hours, and it angers me so much seeing the response and the words of people on the right, and it really does upset me. He was really nice today, by the way.
And
so
I just want to remind.
Yeah, go ahead, Cook. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to say, this man was an ICU nurse at the VA.
Yeah.
An ICU nurse at the VA. Like, this was not a professional protester.
No.
This was a
professional
normal, everyday guy who helped people all the time.
Oops, sorry, I don't know what happened there. Wi-Fi tried connecting. Can you hear me?
Froze a bit.
Yeah, I know. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me, or see me.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to state very quickly. Number one, guys, keep tapping and sharing. We are looking for ops. RJ, thank you for inviting them. Hope you're doing well, man. And if you are opposition, hit the request button. I know all of you guys can't defend what happened. That's why you're not coming on up. I want to make it very clear. While it's very, very respectable what he did as a job, I don't care if he was a janitor. I don't care if he lived on the streets. It wasn't justified what he did, or what not what he did, but what was done to him rather. Despite his job, but that makes it just that much worse, of course. I do want to state real quickly, though, which was really nice to see. So today I wore my F-Ice shirt. I wore it to the gym, and I wore it to get food afterwards. I went to Wingstop. So at the gym, I got one person from across the gym to sort of nod at me and give me a smile, and which was really nice. And I go to a gym that has a lot of Spanish people. So he smiled, and then another guy went up to me, fist bumped me, and said, "Thank you very much for wearing that shirt." And then I went to Wingstop afterwards, and the 3 people from the kitchen all went out to me to give me a fist bump for wearing the shirt, which was really, really nice to see. Incredibly small sample size, but it was very it was just nice to see. It was, you know what I mean? Felt good. Yeah, guys, I'm making up that happened, because I just have nothing better to do than make that up. Guys, we're looking for opposition, though, okay? Dr. Shaba, hello. I cannot hear you. Guys, they're low, right? It's not just me?
I think we're in a pocket.
Okay. Alright, well, let's just get to the next one. We're looking for ops, so if you disagree with the background prompt, come on up. Alright, we have 2 people now. Alright, American Ninja, hello.
Hey, what's happening?
Not much. I just let me know your age before we move forward, all right?
Yeah, I'm 48.
Okay. All right. Did you want to defend what happened yesterday, or what did you want to speak on?
I would like to ask you a couple of questions. Are you familiar with the malfunction of the 6-hour P320?
The what?
The pew pew that the gentleman was carrying was a Sig Sauer P320 that has a known malfunction, and it just accidentally goes off when people jar around and grab at it and stuff. Are you aware that the
yeah, no, I'm aware that I believe it misfired, but if you're going to use that as a justification, if you're going to use that as a justification, good.
Yeah, which gentleman?
No, I'm just going to say it's not a justification. I'm just saying it's tragic that it went off, and those officers thought that guy had got his hands on it and started squeezing off rounds, and
his
accidents happen.
His pupil had been taken away from him.
Yeah, and it went off because it malfunctioned. Yeah, I know. You can go look. They're starting to see that when the guy grabbed it and pulled it out of the guy's holster, because it was a Sig Sauer P320 known to malfunction, it fired, making the other officers believe that they were being fired upon. At which point, they took the threat and eliminated it,
No,
and there won't be
he's
any
walking
charges.
away with it
You might be
before-
able to sue Sig
He's-
Sauer, P3.
You got to let her speak, dude. You have to stop speaking over her.
Is she a firearms expert? Because
Stop
He's
talking.
walking away with it. No,
So
and
she's
I'm also
not.
not a Russian calling myself an American.
justified.
I'm also not a person with a Russian flag calling myself an American ninja. So shut the fuck up. He's walking away with it, holding it before any
Venezuelan
of
flag, by the way.
before any of the shots go off.
Yeah. So listen, dude. If this is the only thing that you guys have to grab at for a justification for this, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey man, move on.
Listen, here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Listen, fuck you,
Here's the
faggot.
deal. I have to talk on my live. You can't just talk over me. You can't just talk over me. Goodbye. Guys, you can't just talk over me and expect that I'm just going to take it. All right? I'm going to give you a few opportunities, and then you're just going to get out of here.
He also used the F slur about 5 times.
I didn't hear it once.
Yeah.
I literally didn't hear it once.
And RJ told me in the comments that he was going to use slur because apparently that's what he always does.
That's odd. All right, well, let's get to the next guest, guys. We're looking for ups. Make sure you guys keep tapping and sharing. Pay links are right there on that reminder thing. It's Dougie9192. If you want me to read any question or comment out loud to the chat, while it's not needed, it is appreciated. And if you guys want to help reach the Hands Heart gift goal, it's 50 of them. If you guys can help make that happen, that'd be terrific. Will, hello?
Also, can I just point out real quick?
Yeah.
Silver Demon in the comments said, I'm a veteran and a former law enforcement officer. He's wrong. So, FYI, everybody.
I don't know how you guys can't see who's on screen. I'm looking on my phone. I can see both, but maybe it might be a you thing, but maybe try restarting. Will, what's up?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. I just need to know your age before we move forward with the conversation.
I'm 56 years old.
I
in
can't
Los
hear
Angeles,
Will.
California.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. Here, hold on. 1 second. Can you hear him now? Go ahead and speak.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Can you hear him now?
Let me
No.
see here.
I don't know.
Comments,
Give me a
can you
second.
hear Will? Because if you can hear Will, then...
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
No,
they
the
hear him.
comments can't hear my... Oh, some say yes, some say no.
Pretty much everyone says yes. Do you want to drop down, come back up, see if that fixes it, Erica?
Oh,
Sure.
Okay. All right. Try that out. Will, in the meantime, did you vote for Trump?
no, I did not.
Okay. What did you come up here for?
I just came up here to just say how unfortunate this is going to be, and that these federal agents are going to wind up just running this place with no rules whatsoever on our right.
Yeah, for sure, man. I am just looking for opposition, though, so it sounds like you do
Okay.
agree with me. But let me go ahead and bring you down, but I hope you have a great rest of your day. Guys, if I didn't make it clear, I'm only looking for opposition, okay? Please don't take it personally. I'm just trying to look for ops. Were you able to hear America coming back up?
No, I was able to hear him when I was off, but not when I came back up.
That's weird. Hopefully that doesn't persist. All right. This one's low. Mafia, hello. Mafia, are you there? Mafia going once. Mafia going twice. This next one, if he comes up, it's probably not going to last long. Hold on, Mafia, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I didn't know I requested up. I'm so
Oh, you're good. I'll
sorry.
bring you down. No worries. Proud, hello.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, Erica, can you hear him?
I can hear this one, yes.
Perfect. Okay. How old are you, man?
Erica.
How old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
Okay. All right. What's up?
So, I just want to clarify, are we talking about the shit that happened, like, yesterday, or just the topics overall?
Yeah, let's talk about what happened yesterday. Are you defending the ICE agents?
Short answer, no. Long answer, I'm waiting for more facts, but I think ICE fucked up.
Okay. Did you voted for Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think the Trump administration can't, at the very least, admit it? You know, like, what at very least say, like, by what we see, it looks like they messed up, but we're going to wait for further evidence. You know, like, why couldn't they at the very least say that? Kristi Noem, Greg Bavino, and Trump I almost certain made a statement, not maybe verbally, but via Truth Social. Why are they all defending what has happened?
Oh, I haven't seen what the president has said about this one. I don't necessarily think, if I was the president, I would have come out and said, what happened in Minnesota is awful, we're investigating it, we'll get back to you. That's all. I would leave it at that for now. I don't know if he did that or not.
What about Kristi Noem's statement when she stated that that the guy was reaching for his pew pew, and they all stated that the picture of him holding the camera was a pew pew? Why have they said that?
So, I mean, really honest, I don't know exactly what you're referring to, but she's probably just an idiot.
All right. I mean, I don't know what to say to that, but here's the issue, man. I don't think, in fact, I know this is not going to be the last thing. This is going to happen more, and my fear is that it's going to get worse and worse, considering that ICE, by what J.D. Vance says, has absolute immunity. So from their point of view, they feel like they can do whatever.
I just looked up what Trump said about it. He called Alex Petty a would-be assassin who tried to unalive an ICE agent.
Who said that?
Trump.
When did he say that?
I'll check. I think it was either yesterday or today on Truth Social. Give me a sec.
Did he say it in a speech or in like a
Truth Social?
Thing?
Truth Social, she said.
Oh yeah, I got a new phone. I don't know my login for it anymore, so I don't check it. I mean, look, here's my take on this.
Oh no, sorry, it was Stephen Miller who called him a would-be assassin.
Well, all right, still bad though. Still coming from the cabinet. But
I mean, here's my whole take on this: is that, look, do I like what? Okay, let me just sum up my viewpoints. Do I support ICE as a whole? Yes, absolutely. Do I support everything they're doing? No, I don't. That doesn't mean I can't support ICE while saying I don't, I might support them 90% and I don't like 10% of the shit they're doing. That doesn't excuse the 10%, but I'm not going to go out here and crash out because, some bad shit's happened. I mean, that shit happens under every administration. I'm not saying that's an excuse, but I think it is a reality that law enforcement's going to fuck up and people are going to lose their lives because of it, and they shouldn't.
But I don't, well, there might be people. I haven't seen anybody saying that nobody should be deported and there should be no ICE. What I've seen most people objecting to is, and probably the same things that you're objecting to, the methods that they are using and the fact that they're being deployed en masse to states that don't have the worst immigration issues. Texas has something in the region of 1.5 million undocumented migrants, and they have 2,000 less ICE agents than the city of Minneapolis has in it right now. And that just can't be justified. It's heavy-handed, to say the least.
Well, okay, a little bit of a counter to that. Do I think it's heavy-handed? Yeah, I do. Do I think Trump's targeting liberal cities? Yeah, I do. But also, I lived in Texas for a long time. Obviously, Texas, like the state of Texas, can't deport people, but they're not sitting here with all this sanctuary city stuff, right? Texas isn't sitting here telling illegal immigrants, "Come here, you're safe." That's two very different things right there.
But isn't it a states' rights issue? If a state chooses to, or a city chooses to become a sanctuary city?
Yeah, sure. Isn't it a federal right to deploy?
Sorry, I'm not finished. I'm literally not finished my sentence.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were. You paused for a second. Go ahead.
And the people that live in that place choose to keep electing officials who are keeping their city a sanctuary city, that's within the rights of those people, and that doesn't mean nobody can be deported from there. What it means is that because of the feelings of the local residents, the law enforcement in that city are under no obligation to help out with that. That's all that means.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why Trump is deploying more ICE agents to cities where they aren't helping ICE when they're protecting these people. So yeah, he's gonna. What do you expect them to do?
But what's the point in that? Because ICE agents don't have the same powers of arrest as a police officer would. They can't arrest somebody for disturbing the peace, for example. It's not within their remit.
Yeah, but we're talking about deportation. We're not talking about local laws. Like look, in Texas, if
So what's
hold on, I let you talk. Please let me talk. Like in Texas, if someone gets arrested, for example, and local law enforcement finds that they are not here legally, in Texas, most of the law enforcement will now notify ICE, keep them detained. ICE will come get them and deport them. That's not happening in Minneapolis. There's two very different outcomes on that. You can't deny that one.
Well, but that's not the point. The point is there are 10 times as many undocumented migrants in Texas as there are in Minnesota, right? 10 times as many. And yet, at least 10 times as many. And yet, there are more ICE agents whose job it is to deport people. It isn't to apprehend and deport people. It isn't their job. They're not police. They can't do the job of policing crowds if that's what's required. So having more ICE agents there means that they can, in theory, deport more people, but there's less people that need deporting.
Yeah, but I think you're missing my point. What I'm saying in that if you have local law enforcement, local state law enforcement that is notifying ICE of whenever they pull over or arrest illegal immigrants, you don't need as many ICE agents to deport those people because effectively the local government is catching them and reporting them to ICE. That is not happening in Minnesota.
But that's just if that person just happens to be suspected of committing some kind of crime, right? Or they've committed a traffic violation or something of that nature. What the point is, there are at least 10 times as many people in Texas who are undocumented. It's like Texas has almost become a de facto sanctuary state because for one of the largest states in the United States, you have less people than are in the city of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Sorry, the city of Minneapolis.
I guess what's your question?
Well, don't you think it's nonsensical?
Maybe a little. I think whenever you have a state that comes up here, like Minnesota, and says basically "F you, ICE, we're not going to help you deport people," I think the proper response to that is overwhelming, response with massive amounts of ICE agents to send a message to other states. If your local government, your state government says "F you to ICE, we're not helping you deport people," this is what you get. So either comply or ICE is coming.
Comply or die. Love it. Yeah, dude. Why did none of this happen under every other presidency? Yet people were being deported at the same rates, if not higher. Why is Trump the only one that's incapable of doing it safely, like every other president?
Well, when you say safely, Obama had 67 people unalive under ICE custody. So what
under the 8 years?
That was in 8 years. Donald Trump's had 33 or 37 in his first year.
Which was more than undocumented immigrants unalived last year, by the way.
Yes, I mean, look, the real answer is I think a lot of people are. Well, I think it's a combination of two things. I think Trump is being very loud and vocal, and is in some ways taunting, which I don't appreciate the taunting aspect. The second is I think a lot of people are truly just anti-Trump and are protesting anything he'll do. So I think they have Trump's being aggressive about it, and people don't like Trump. So it's a recipe for disaster.
By the way, 33 over 8 years is less than 7 a year.
Well, you said
Just to put
60.
that-
I think you said
if-
60 something over 8 years. But either way, your
No,
point still stands.
Well, 67 over 8 years is 7-ish per year. If Donald Trump's 33 was if he stopped now, he would still have
132 total.
so like double the amount in 4 years.
Real quick, hold on. Tammy, thanks for the 20 on the blue app with a V. I really, really appreciate it. It says that's not what's happening in Minnesota. They are detaining and deporting immigrants that are going through the legal process. They aren't deporting the criminals. Thank you so much, Tammy. I really appreciate that. Yeah, guys, if we're looking for opposition, I don't know if that was for a kick, Tammy, but let me know. But W Tammy in the comments. Thank you, Tammy.
Yeah, I mean, my response to that is, people that are legally going through the process, like, it doesn't matter if you're legally going through the process if you enter the country illegally. You're here illegally, you're gone.
But that's not what's happening, though. That's not what's happening, though, with many of them.
Yeah, what's happening?
What she just said, that they're legally going through the process.
Illegally?
What's the process to claim asylum? Do you know?
Yeah, I believe you have, you're supposed to enter the port of entry.
Nope.
No.
Already wrong.
No.
Already wrong.
Sorry,
No.
you enter the country, you're supposed to go within 100 days to the nearest port of entry and declare asylum.
No. It's you can enter the country wherever, including being interdicted in U.S. waters. So it doesn't have to be at a port of entry. You do not have to go to a port of entry. You have 1 year to claim asylum at any federal building.
And they're being
there's a big asterisk on that, though.
but they're
if
being
you get caught by ICE, you can't then say, I'm declaring asylum.
But that's not what's happening, though.
What's happening?
What we're saying over and over again, that they're at their asylum hearings, they're going through the process, but they're getting detained and deported.
Okay.
So when you
So
guys
you
say
think
just
we're
do it the
at
right
asylum
way,
here?
when you guys say just do it the right way, they are doing it the right way.
I don't know if that's the right way. I don't think a lot of... I mean, like, I think it's like 90 to
Seeking
95%
asylum is within the law. Seeking asylum is within the law. You guys say if you're here against the law, it's not the right way. You just have to do it legally. They're doing it legally.
Yeah, I mean, like, personally, I would not take asylum seekers if I was whatever, but...
I hate to break it to you, it's the law, though.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't matter what I think. Doesn't matter what any of us think.
Okay, so we should abide by the law, right?
Generally, yes.
What do you mean by generally?
Yeah, there's times to break the law, but I don't think now's one of those times. I mean, look, if someone wants to... here's what I'll say. I think if somebody truly deep down in their core thinks that what Trump is doing is, like, evil and infringing on their rights, I don't blame them for pushing back on the government. I don't think we're at that point. I don't agree with the way they look at it. But look, if someone's so passionate about it and they truly think, their life, liberty, whatever, is being infringed upon, then yeah, fuck it, fight back. But,
I don't
fuck around and find out.
I don't understand how we're not at the point when their administration is saying that you can't go to a protest being armed, when that's all the people on the right have been saying for the longest time, is that that's within your Second Amendment rights, and then now it's being done by people on the left, and now it's a problem.
Well, what do you say specifically?
I can pull up the exact quote, but it was pretty much to that effect. I can pull it up.
Yeah, I need the exact quote, because I doubt he's going to say you can't bring a thing to a protest.
Okay. But yeah, anyways, where would you draw the line at, though? Because the line keeps getting pushed back and back and back and back. And guys, hold on real quick before you answer that. If you guys are enjoying the live stream, click the red follow button in the top left. Make sure you guys all send in your heart me. And if you guys can help reach the little hand gift goal, that would be great. Pay links are right there on the reminder thing. It's Dougie9192. If you want to send anything to me, it's not needed, but it's appreciated. I'll read your comments out loud to the chat. And make sure you guys sub to the tube. It's Dougielifts, LIFTS at the end there. That link is
my
in
last
the...
point that I gotta go make hamburgers. All right, what's the question? Where does the line?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think the line has been pushed back. I think it's just got a lot more attention. People are just pissed.
Yeah, but what is the line? What's the line for you? That's what you're being asked.
Yeah, sure. If the law were to come out and basically say, you know, somebody that was here legally, you know, specifically legally, and then we start, like, throwing them in jail, I'd be against that. I don't think that's what's happening, though. I don't believe that ICE is running around, seeing a Mexican, throwing him in a plane, or throwing him in a van and deporting him.
Have you?
No, they're turning up to people's court hearings, and they're turning up to places where people are being interviewed for, like, their final citizenship or their green card application, and they're picking up all of them. And we know that, I know that, because I saw a British woman on here the other day whose daughter had been picked up at her final green card interview, and they had no clue where she was. No clue.
Question on the green card thing then. Whenever she was here interviewing for her green card, was she here legally at that point in time?
Yes.
What did she get deported for?
She didn't get deported in the end, but she was swept.
There we go. It's not a problem.
So it's not.
It is a problem.
This is wild how you guys are just taking
You're
this.
bitching about something she didn't get deported.
She got detained by ICE, and her family didn't know where she was for a week and a half.
And that's okay. That's totally okay.
No, I don't think it's okay. I think they probably.
But this is happening over and over and over again, and you just think it's fine. There's people on the streets over and over again getting asked to see their ID because they're a different skin color, right? And that's also okay apparently.
No, I don't like that part. But I think if you're speaking Spanish or non-English, yeah, I think it's okay.
Can you tell me where in the Constitution or where within any law that's allowed?
Well, the official language of the United States is now English, so it actually does.
No.
No, it is law. If you are,
No, it's not.
It's not.
excuse me,
It is not. You were wrong.
Do not interrupt me.
But we're going to interrupt you when you're wrong.
It's not law.
No, this happens going back to George W. Bush. Speaking Spanish was considered a reasonable reason to search and seize something, so it is now totally legal.
Can you point out that? Can you point out that law? Can you point out that precedent of anything, please?
George W. Bush.
That's not an answer. I just want you to show where that happened.
I gotta go make my hamburgers.
You gotta go run after you said something blatantly false. Get the fuck out of here, dude. How fucking convenient. You say something so blatantly false, and hey, I gotta run, guys. Fucking crazy.
When I lie, I always have to make hamburgers straight after as well, Doug. It's just a thing, you know.
Fucking wild. If you guys can keep tapping and sharing, that'd be great. If you disagree with the background prompt, you want to justify what happened yesterday, you voted for Trump, anything like that, hit the request button at the bottom. Yeah, so I think there's going to be two things with the midterm. I think he's likely going to call for martial law prior to it. I think that's probably like a huge chance that that's going to happen. Or if it does happen and Democrats happen to do really well, which I'd imagine they probably would, they're probably just not going to swear them in. I think it's going to be one of those two. Or they're going to have ICE outside of every single voting booth, intimidating people.
They've already asked Minnesota.
I know, for the voting rules.
Anyway, I just want to say the earth is flat. Anyway, I have to go make hamburgers now.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump tries to call off the midterm elections, or at least says so, or attempts to do so at the very least, or whatever. It's not cold in Florida now.
Dougie's 73 years old. Anyway, I've got to go make hamburgers.
Yeah, or the insurance. Something's going to happen prior to the midterms. Obviously, I mean, they're not going to want Democrats to do well, right? So they're going to have to stop it at some point.
Donald Trump's a great president. I need to go and make hamburgers now. Bye. Chris wants to know if you lifted today, Doug.
I did actually. I did, but I only lift twice a week, so you had a 2/7 chance of being correct there. But you were correct. Yes, I did lift today. Yeah, they'll delay swearing Democrats. Yeah, if anything, indefinitely they will.
Someone in the comments just asked if we boil hamburgers in the UK. No, we do not. What?
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I want to pull up, just so you guys can see, I mean, Trump's polling numbers do continue to get worse and worse. I'll pull this up on screen. I showed this the other day, but I'm sure different people are watching now, so give me a quick second. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe it's a little too... Oh, no, you guys can see it. So right now, that's his approval versus disapproval. You can see that, like, it just keeps spreading apart. And then I can show you his net approval as well. This is his average, guys, based on like the aggregate polling. I mean, you can go to other pollings and see some worse ones for sure. Like if you get, there's an article on The Economist that shows that his polling's a bit worse, but this is just sort of the average of them. Hard to see. Here, I'll make it bigger.
Can I, Doug? Do you wanna guess Trump's polling numbers in the UK? How popular do you think he is amongst the UK public? What percentage of the UK population do you think have a positive view of Donald Trump?
I would say it's 75-25 against him.
Yeah, 23% have a positive view of Donald Trump.
God damn, I was really close. I was really close.
You were really close. Yeah.
Alright, so we have this, and I'm going to show you guys the net approval. This actually puts things into a bit more perspective. So this is net approval, meaning his approval versus disapproval, whereas it was positive for about a month and a half before he came into office. And it's been going down since. So...
Tech Whiz, you are absolutely right. It took a big dive after he criticised the contribution of NATO troops to Afghanistan and Iraq the other day. It took a huge nosedive.
Why is it still... It's actually higher now. It's still a bit higher now than it was during his first term, believe it or not, which is kind of scary to think about. What happened in November... that was right after... That was during the government shutdown. Yeah, that was around during the government shutdown, and then of course you see a correction, and then it's been going down since I think the Renee Good incident, I believe. And I'd imagine after what happened yesterday, you're going to see a bit more of a plummet. I would just imagine. But anyways, thought you guys wanted to see that.
Do you remember? I know this. Do you remember in 2025 when we saw the presidency of Donald Trump and thought, I'm not sure how this can get any worse, and then 2026 has just said, hold my beer.
Yeah, I mean, that's scary as to what's going to happen in 27 and 28, Erica.
Well, it depends. All depends what happens in the midterms, doesn't it?
Well, I don't... Call me a pessimist. Listen, I want to be hopeful and say that, like, number one, the Democrats will do well during the midterms, which I'm almost positive they will. Even if they do, I don't see how that's going to change things, because he's going to do what he wants.
Yeah, but they can sanction him, and they can pass laws that stop him doing stuff.
But Erica, he's not going to listen. He's not going to listen.
It depends how much they win by. Yeah, but it depends. This all depends on how much they win by. If they don't win, or they only win by like a few seats, and if they don't get the Senate, then they are seriously like, but if they win big, if there is a real blue wave, then there's a whole ton they can do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you can't. I don't know. I mean, he hasn't been listening to the courts. I mean, he doesn't listen to Congress. I don't know. Yeah, as far as the Senate, I don't know. We'll have to see as far as that goes. I mean, obviously in the House they're going to do well, but we'll have to see as far as the Senate goes.
I'm going to make a prediction that Republican senators whose seats are up this year, they're going to start standing up to him a bit more, because the whole reason, and I'm not trying to teach my grandma to suck eggs or anything, but the whole reason that they have different, that representatives and senators have different amounts of time that they are voted in for, is because the representatives are supposed to be thinking short term, and the senators are supposed to be thinking long term. They have 6 year terms, so they're supposed to be thinking long term. And the senators who are there right now, if they want to be re-elected, the Republican senators, they've got to start thinking about in like what's going to happen post Trump in the run up to the elections. And even if they just criticize him for that period of time, I really think that they're going to have to start speaking up against him in the period between now and then, unless they're in really, really safe areas.
Yeah, we'll see. If you guys are enjoying the live, click the red follow button in the top left. If you guys have not sent in your heart me, please go ahead and do so. And we're a little bit over halfway towards the little hand heart goal. If you guys can help hit that. Any other gifts would be greatly appreciated. Pay link is also right there on that reminder screen if you can see it. So if you guys want to send anything to my pay links, it's right there. I will read your question or comment out loud to the chat. Well, it's not needed, it is appreciated.
Can I just read Raven's comment in the comment
RJ,
section?
you'll click this.
Erica,
that's what you'll click. Yeah, go ahead.
Erica has an invisible box. Yet another unrealistic expectation for women. I mean, my box is, on the tighter side, but I wouldn't say it's invisible.
Guys, I don't know if it's necessarily that they're scared of Trump. I mean, in some way I believe that's true, but I think at this point they're pretty bought in. I don't think they're sitting here being conscious about at least too much of the fact that they're saying things that are completely untrue. I truly do think that, like, when people lie to themselves over and over and over again, especially for a long period of time, they start to believe it. They really do. And so, like, I think most of them are relatively bought in, right? So I don't know if it's them just being conscious of the truth and just being scared of them. I mean, I think that's that to some degree, but, Oh, thanks, guys, for hitting the hand heart go. I appreciate that. And mods, make sure you guys invite people if you can. Looks like Jay right there is opposition, the guy who just said something about the LGBT. Alright, let me make a new get goal here. Good, sorry.
I just want to say my favourite comment that I've seen in a comment section about me earlier, and I think it was in Ethan's live this morning, was somebody said, and they say British people can't cook. Which is my favourite comment I've seen thus far today. Ravens was very good, but not quite as good as that.
That's fine. Does the Minnesota National Guard have authority over ICE? I'm not sure how that's going to play out if an incident does occur. I'm skeptical. I am skeptical that the National Guard is actually going to do something if ICE, an ICE agent, whatever, does something unjust or whatever. I don't know. I'm skeptical, but we'll see how it plays out, I guess. Where's the opposition at? Listen, Trump supporters, I know it's very hard to defend what has happened yesterday and really overall what's happening in the administration, but you got to at least try. Come on up, hit the request button. But yeah, I think they are definitely wanting an ICE agent to be pew-pewed for sure. Yeah, I agree with you, MB. I think they're just wait. In fact, I'm sure that part of them are doing this to make that happen, knowing that it likely will happen, that an ICE agent at some point is going to be pew-pewed. I think it's almost inevitable it's going to happen, and then it will justify whatever we'll do moving forward after that. If anything, call this a conspiracy, and it is. I wouldn't be surprised if they stage something, but conspiracy, of course, just my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
I think if we look historically, it plays into their hands when somebody commits a violent act. Again, it played into Trump's hands when the attempt, and I'm not making a judgment on whether it was or was not, but when the attempt on his life was made, and I use that in quote marks, it played into their hands when Charlie Kirk was unalived. It plays into their hands every time, because then they can do the violent left rhetoric. I don't think either of these, I don't think Renee Good or Alex Pretty have played into their hands at all. And in fact, I've seen more MAGA over the last 2 days say that that their line has been crossed.
I'm not denying that you've heard that. I haven't heard that specifically, but I have heard many Trump supporters say that what happened wasn't justified at all. So, which I guess is something, I suppose. But
a guy came up on RJ's live and said it earlier, and I've heard a couple of other people say it.
No, I mean, I think that's good to see. I mean, I think the more speak out against them, especially MAGA supporters, right? I think that's going to be helpful, because if you get to the point where 80% of the nation is now against them, right, and you only have about 20% on their side, it will be incredibly more difficult to have the backing to do whatever it is they want to do. So yeah, no, I think that's a good thing, but it's not happening fast enough. Really not.
Oh, apparently my box has become visible to those people who couldn't see it earlier.
Yeah, that's weird. I've been seeing it the entire time. But
by the way, I also know that there is an issue with some people's coins right now. If you don't have them and you still want to gift our lovely host, can I mute what? Can I mute high school band name? He won't join up, and he's just trolling. Yeah, maybe. That was Matt.
I can do it if I see them or whatever.
If you want to, be generous to our host, he has the Appy app, so go have a look.
Wait, the what app?
I said Appy apps.
Oh. They said that. I don't know what you said, honestly. All right, we got a guest right here. All right, about time. If you're enjoying the live, guys, hit the red follow button. There's a heart me there at the top of the screen. Guys, and we also have the donut gift goal now. If you guys want to help hit that and show a little bit of support, that would be great. All right. Hey, Rain, how you doing?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm doing great. Just give me your age so we can move forward with the conversation.
Yeah, I'm 21. Make sure you guys tap that screen too.
Cool. All right, man. What's up?
All right. It says, MAGA, why do you hate science, LGBTQIA plus women, children, and immigrants? I don't believe
and
that.
Second Amendment.
I don't think MAGA even hates LGBTQIA plus. I feel like they're kind of like out of touch with it. Maybe we don't really care about it. Like, as in, LGBTQ plus people have their rights already. So like, let's just leave it at that.
Well, they don't. Specifically,
why do you say that?
Well, specifically, trans people are being attacked, pretty significantly, actually. And I can show you numerous examples of, them, for example, being kicked out of the military for no basis other than their gender. Let's see, gender affirming care being taken away.
Do you have a source for that?
His executive
What?
order. His executive order is the
You don't know
source.
that they've been kicked out of the military?
Well, of course.
Of course, what?
Well, yeah, it's like we don't need trans people fighting for
Wait,
us.
then why did you ask for a source if you already think it's a good thing?
I want to know if it was actually true. I've never heard of that.
It's an
Not that I don't
executive
believe
order.
you.
It's an executive order. I don't know how you don't know about this.
Well, you know how
Can you tell me
executive
what
orders
about
work.
being trans prevents you from serving in the military?
Yeah. Sorry. Just like as if I don't think. Just like I think if you're depressed, you shouldn't serve. If you have like
Well, but
mental disorders, you shouldn't serve.
But hold
Being
on,
trans is by definition a mental disorder.
it's not by definition a mental disorder unless you can cite that. Do you have a source for that, buddy? Oop! I think that was an accident. Come back up. My finger accidentally hit a button. Come back up.
I think. Can he cover his mouth though next time?
Yeah. Stop with the coughing for one.
Contracted something.
Okay.
Why did you kick me?
It was an accident. I said. Okay. Also, can you show me where it's a mental disorder by definition?
Yeah, you can look at the Department of Health, especially before.
Hold on. Slow down. Where in the DSM does it show it is a mental health disorder or something?
It shows it right here in his asshole right here.
Oh God, I didn't mean to expand it. God damn it! Damn it!
Yo, he just.
I'll see you guys in a minute. Oh, God damn it. It's not letting me end the live. End the live.